Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. I'm glad to see you today. As you know, it's New Year's Day, 2020. And we've got to get some things going so we can have something to eat later on this evening. For, myself, Trixie, Cleo, and Sammy. Well, Samantha. And we got old Trix here. Trix, you going to be helping out today? Trix, you going to be helping out? It's your turn to cut up the onions. So I'll have to put your little apron on and get you a knife and a cutting board, okay? That be okay with you? You gonna do that? Well, as you see, as always, Trix is ignoring me because it's her time to cut up the onions. She'll do it, but she ain't gonna like it. But this particular dish we're putting together today is one that is a dish of necessity. And it was born out of necessity after one of the most trying times in the southern parts of this country. And it came about after the Civil War. And the reason for it wasn't as we think of it today for luck. Like I say, it was more for necessity. Because after the Civil War, the only thing that they had available in the South were black-eyed peas, purple-hulled peas, and other types of cow peas. Pretty much everything else was gone. And hence this became a dish that Southerners cooked up. And over time, it got associated with good luck because the way those folks back then looked at it, they were lucky to have them. But at the time, for the most part, people thought of cow peas as something you fed to the livestock, used to improve your ground. And then this dish became extremely popular once again when another time hit America. And that was also a hard time. And that was the Great Depression. But with that said, let me show you what we got and what we're going to be putting together today. So y'all, what we got here and what we're going to be putting together today is black-eyed peas. Yep. And you're going to need a few things. First off, you're going to need some dried black-eyed peas. Now you're going to need 1 pound or 16 ounces of them. This particular package, unfortunately, is only 12 ounces. And what you're going to need to do is start them the night before you go to bed, in some water, and let them soak overnight. And we've already got ours here soaking, all ready to go. And we're going to be making this today in a crock pot. Now this is going to be our main dish, and it is going to be filling. But next, what you're going to need is you're going to need some ham hocks. Now what I have here is some already cut up ham hocks, but normally I would use 1 to 2 smoked whole ham hocks. Unfortunately, they didn't have any at the store when I went to pick them up, and I didn't have any in the freezer. So what we're going to be doing is using about a half pound of these smoked cut up ham hocks right here. Then what you're going to need is a couple ribs of celery, a medium onion, a couple cloves of garlic, some chicken stock. This happens to be bone broth, chicken bone broth. You're going to need some pure ground black pepper, some salt, some crushed red pepper flakes, a bay leaf or 2, some Worcestershire Sauce, and oh yeah, secret ingredient, slap your mama, and some apple cider vinegar, hopefully with the mother and unfiltered and unprocessed. But that's what you're going to need to get this all put together today. So what I'm going to do now is me and old Tricks there, we're going to get to slicing and dicing. Get this celery sliced and diced, and that onion. Mince up that garlic. And we're going to come on back, show you what we got before we start throwing it all together in our crock pot. Now, I've had this crock pot for most of my life. In fact, my mother gave this to me brand new in the box when I first returned home and got my own place. So Lord knows I've had this now for going on about 45, 47 years. You don't see many like this around anymore. So let me try to entice Trixie. Trix, come on back. You gotta cut up the onions. Come on. Don't ignore me. Get on in here. Well, I'll deal with her off camera. But we'll be back. Hey, Cleo. You want to come in and help? You gonna help Papa cook? You want to come on in? I'm gonna need some help. We're cooking up some black-eyed peas. You want help? Well, here. Let me give you a little food there. Yep. There you go. Cleo, you want to help Papa? You want to come on in and help Papa cook? Trix is being stubborn. So will you come on in and help me cook? And I love you too. Okay, well, when you finish eating, just scratch on the screen door. I'll let you in. I need you to cut up the onions. Like I say, Trix is being a little bit stubborn, okay? Okay, y'all. Now, the first thing I'm going to be doing while Trix is cutting up the onion there is I'm going to get this celery cut up. I got to get this out of this package here. Something that ain't all that great anymore because old Mr. Tom let it get a little nasty. But we're going to strip that on off. Get on down to the good stuff, such as life. Bought this a while back, but never fear, we're gonna not waste a thing. We're gonna get this on out of here. What we're gonna be using today is the hearts of the celery too. We'll take them and another little stalk here, and we're gonna get that all chopped up and diced up for our black-eyed peas. 4 black-eyed peas. Now, you want to get these leaves. That's where the flavor's at. Anything that's don't look happy to you, you know, cut that on off. We'll get that on out of there. Now, what we're going to do is take this and get it all diced up. And the first thing we're going to do is just give us some slits right down the center there. We're not doing too good. But anyway, y'all get the idea. Ooh, I'll say this. These celery hearts are smelling really good. We got that ready to start dicing and slicing. And like always, we'll have a slow bake plate here. Put it off on as we get her all done. flavor's in these leaves, folks. That's where the flavor's at. And you don't gotta be real careful and cut this up any different size in particular. Just a nice chop will be fine. A little bigger, a little bit smaller, ain't gonna make no difference. It's all gonna be good. Trust me. It's gonna be what my old papo used to say was, ooh, y'all good. And we're just going to take that, slide off on this paper plate, and we're going to get the rest of it cut on up. Now Trix, she's trying to get those onions all done. She's having a little bit of problem, you know. She has that little thing with no thumbs, you know, going on. But I like using the hearts of celery. They're more tender, and I think more flavorful than those outer celery ribs. Of course, they'll be going to my worms, so nothing's going to go to waste, and everybody's going to be happy. So there we go. I'd say, you know, if you were going to measure this, yeah, it's about 3/4 of a cup of finely chopped and diced up celery. So we got that there. And as always, something got away from us. Now I got to go ahead and give Trixie her onion, get her all set up, so she can get this all clean, diced for me, because I'm going to be needing it soon. Well, since Trixie's getting that onion all diced on up for us, we're going to get a couple cloves of this garlic minced up real quick. Give her a good smash so we can get this stuff peeled. Cut those ends off. Ooh, and that garlic's smelling good too. I use 2 cloves. You can use 1, 2. If you're a real garlic lover, you can use more than that. It really doesn't matter. It all depends on your personal taste. I've just found over time that 2 cloves of fresh garlic minced all up here real nice and fine works really good for this recipe. Just enough. Whatever you do, don't do the jar garlic. Even though I must admit, in my youth, I made that mistake as well. We're just going to take it and slide it off this cutting board right on that paper plate with the celery. It's all going in the same crock pot. It ain't gonna make a difference. And there we have it. Now, gotta see if Trix got that onion done. So y'all, we got that celery and the garlic minced up there, put it on that paper plate, and under great protest, Trixie went ahead and got the onions chopped up and diced up for me. She did a pretty good job, don't you think? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to dice up these ham hocks a little bit so they'll cook quicker with the black-eyed peas. But before we do that, we're going to put our crock pot on high and drop in this here chicken bone broth so it can be heating up. Actually, I should have been doing it earlier, but I forgot about it. So all you got to do, and I did spray the crock pot here with some cooking spray, olive oil, you know, because I don't want to have a hard time cleaning it up. We'll just drop that on in there, just like that. And now we're going to set it to high. Let her start heating up there a little bit while we get these ham hocks cut up a little bit more, so they'll cook a little bit faster, like I said. So now we're ready to open up the package of smoked ham hocks right here. And this is a pound, but I'm only going to be using about a half pound today. Rest of it, I'll take it and freeze it. Now, I am going to be putting that bone in there with that marrow, because you cannot believe the flavor that'll be adding. So all you want to do here, and you know, you got some fat there. I'm going to be trimming off some of that fat. Just trim it off right there. And then all we're going to be doing is giving it a quick slice. We're going to be dicing it up into about little 1/4 inch cubes. Nothing fancy. Here again, exact size don't matter. This is going to make these black-eyed peas so much more flavorful. So y'all, let me get this on diced on up, and we'll come back and we're going to start dumping this in a crock pot and getting it ready to go. Right, Trix? She's not talking to me right now because she's a little bit perturbed that I made her do the onion this time. She said she did it last time, but I had to show her on the video that I did it last time. So, Trixie's not happy. And she was definitely not happy when I told her Cleo was more than willing to come on in the house and help out Papo and get that onion cut up. We'll be back once we get this all cut up and ready to go. Okay, y'all. As you can see, we got everything diced up. We got that ham hock. Now that's a half pound that we took out of that 1 pound package. Well, it was actually 1.2. But I had to give Trixie a little bit of it since she went ahead and chopped up the onion. So we got the onion, we got the celery with the minced garlic, and we got the chopped up ham hocks. And they're chopped up into pieces similar to the size of the black-eyed peas. It'll cook a lot faster. Of course, it already is cooked somewhat. It's already smoked. And we got a couple pieces of ham bone there, complete with the marrow, or marrow, however you want to pronounce it. Now that's Going to add some flavor. And we're going to get ready to start dumping it in to our preheated crock pot, which is currently set on high, just so it can come up temperature quicker. So let's get dropping her in. Well, y'all, we've had that crock pot heating up a while we got everything all diced up. We went ahead and added in our bone broth, chicken bone broth there. So now what we got to do is we got to start adding in the ingredients. And it's going to get pretty simple from here. Just basically pop them on in there and let her cook. Now the first thing, and we went ahead and drained off these black-eyed peas. We're just going to place them on in there first. And really, there's no rhyme or reason for the order of things that you put them in the crock pot. They're all going to cook together. It ain't going to take that long to get everything in there. Get the lid back on and let her start cooking. There we go. We got the black-eyed peas on in there. Now, we're going to drop on in that diced up ham hocks, smoked. A couple pieces of bone there for added flavor. We're going to dump all that on in there. Just like that. Give it a little stir. Next, we're going to get those onions Trixie was so kind to chop up and dice up for us. Under great protest, I might add. Give them a nice stir. And finally, for the fresh ingredients, the chopped and diced up celery and minced garlic are all going to go on in there. And we'll give them a little stir too. Ooh, it's looking good already, folks. Now I can't wait till later on. Now, we got to start adding in the seasoning. So, first thing we're going to do is simplest. We're just going to pop us in one bay leaf. Now you could use two, but I'm just going to use one. Remember to fish this thing out before you serve it up. You don't want to be eating that bay leaf. You'll know it when you find it. It's going to be awful tough. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in some black pepper. And we're going to be putting in a half a teaspoon. We got a half a teaspoon there. We're just going to drop that right on in there. Ain't too hard. Next, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be putting in a full teaspoon of salt. And maybe a touch more. But trust me, a little bit more ain't going to make a difference. Those beans are going to soak it on up. Next is we're going to put us in a quarter teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Yep. We're going to give it some spice because it's winter time now in the deep south. That's going to heat us up from the inside. And the next thing we're going to slap on in there is some Slap Your Mama, the secret ingredient. And we're going to be putting in a half teaspoon of that. Right here we got it. That's going to add a lot of flavor and a little bit of spice to the mix. We don't mind. If you want more, you just put on in there what you want. And the next thing, of course, is the Worcestershire Sauce. We'll give her a little shake there. And with that, we're going to put in 1 tablespoon. Yep. Boom. Right there. And last, but not least, the apple cider vinegar with the mother. We're going to drop in a full tablespoon of that as well. Right there we got it. That's going to put a little tang in the bang for these black-eyed peas and ham hocks. And that's basically it, folks. Just pop the cover on it. And we're going to let this thing cook on low. Just slap on the lid right there real quick. And we're going to go ahead and kick this back on low and set us a timer here for 6 hours. Because my old crock pot, this thing's so old, it don't have no timer. It just has off, low, and high. And we went a little bit past it. So there we go. It's already got some steam forming because we preheated the crock pot, you know. And I can already tell you, it's smelling good here. So y'all, we got her all dumped on in the crock pot and she's a cooking away. 6 hours from now, we're going to be enjoying a southern treat born from necessity and hard times. But it is going to be so flavorful, so good, and so filling. What are we going to have with it? Well, we're going to make up some cornbread, because that's tradition too here in the South. And might have some collard greens too. We gotta go in and talk to Trix, see if she's up helping with the collard greens. But when we're ready to dish up a bowl, we'll come back, show you what we got, and we'll do a taste test. Well, all timer's starting to go off. And we done turned it off. Let's check on our black-eyed peas. They've been in there for 6 hours. On low. Let's give them a gander. Yep. They smell marvelous. Look at that. Let me show you the true test. How you tell whether they're done. Hold on to what you got there, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, what we're going to do, we're just going to take a little of these here black-eyed peas out. Just going to take a couple. We'll move them over here to the bowl. Well, they'll eventually be going. Then we're just going to take this fork right here. Give them just a light press, see? Yep. And they just mash. No bit of hardness on them. They're done. No doubt about it. Oh boy. They're perfect. So now what we gotta do, got the crock pot turned off. And while those black-eyed peas and ham hocks were going, we cooked us up a nice batch of cast iron skillet cornbread. Look at that. Nice, golden brown. And if you'd like to know my recipe, just how easy it is to do it, you let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than glad to let y'all know. We're going to take this on over here and we're going to start dishing us up some of this New Year's Day goodness. So let me put you up here. Let's get her done. I'm hungry. It's getting late. So the first thing we got to do is we got to cut us up a piece of this fine cornbread. Oh yeah. Because this is how I like it. You may not like it this way. Look at that there. Can y'all see that? It's still steaming hot. It's so fresh. What we're going to do is place that right on in this bowl. Simple as that. And now, we're going to dish in some of that goodness. Come on over here. Stand behind me and I'll serve you up a helping. You can see it right there. So we're going to go ahead and get us a nice big scoop of these here black-eyed peas with ham hocks. We're just going to pour them right over that slice of cornbread. Yes, we are. Oh, and like I told you, there's that bay leaf. Nope, we don't want to be eating it. We're going to put just a tad more in there. And there we have it, right there. It's simple, easy. And to top it off, we're going to put some nice, freshly cleaned, harvested spring onions. Well, now they're winter onions because they're growing out in the raised bed. And there you have it, folks. There's my traditional southern style black-eyed peas, smoked ham hocks, over a traditional savory cornbread. Now, I have several cornbread recipes, but the one I use today is one I use when I want my cornbread to be the base for a savory dish, like black-eyed peas and ham hocks. So, let me grab a spoon and let's give it a taste test, okay? So, let's take some of this right here with a little bit of that cornbread, some of that smoked ham hock, and let's put it in the taste tester and see how it is. Here we go, folks. Let's try it out. Now that is just good. And that's the way to start the new year. With a cheap, inexpensive, traditional dish from the South. Born of necessity and has become a tradition to grant me and my family luck 2020. And I hope today, in the coming year, grants you luck too. And I hope you're having a happy New Year's Day. You're spending it with your friends and family. So y'all, I'll see you on the next video. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. And God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye for now. I am hungry. That is good. Tricks. You want some? Trixie, you want a bite? Tricks, you want some? Trixie, do you want some? I'll get you some ham out of there. Well, you're still mad at me, huh? Okay, you'll get over it.